All right, we are back, and we are getting up with Os and Frange, two people that we have had on commentary for the past couple of rounds. So these are going to be some very familiar faces. I am, once again, if you are just tuning in, I am Sydia. This is Orca. And if you're really just tuning in, we're here at Left Down Up Wright in Beavercreek, Ohio at Round 1 at Fairfield Commons. And we're just about to see some good-ass DDR.
Yeah,
so we go on
straight into it. These, both these players have played at least one match, because this is losers. So they're both hopefully pretty warmed up. Right now the card draw isn't looking like anything crazy. Starting with CaptivAte ESP 13, which I'm sure both players have probably played. So we'll see how these players jump straight into it after this break. I think a big part of tournaments, right, you can't just play all of your matches back to back, especially in a double elimination format like this, where you kind of play the whole round out. So you're kind of forced to hop off, and then it's really just about keeping yourself warm while you're hopped off, and then jumping straight back into it with that cold start.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something that you can't stay. The situations aren't ideal, and you can't just stay warm the exact way you want it.
Yeah.
So we're getting on with CaptivAte by DJ Yoshitaka.
Yeah, this chart pretty much just follows that melodic lead, gallops, that bump it up, bump it up. Pretty much that's the entire chart for the most part. So if you can lock into that yellow note timing, then you'll be pretty set. Frange will be sight reading this, it seems. You never know though. Sometimes players just don't have EMU scores.
Yeah, absolutely. But this, honestly, I'm probably assuming that this is going to be a sight read for Frange. However, he is very good at his fundamentals. So I think that this still could be a pretty tough match here. I think both are very skilled, especially from what I've seen here at FFC.
Yeah. Yeah, and for both these players have pretty similar MA normally. Having a chart like this, which will have a lot of those yellow notes, the quarter note triplets and stuff, it's really just about who locks into that better. And right now it seems like Os is about 20 EX more locked into it. We'll see how this lead, if they can keep up this lead or not.
This is staying pretty close. However, Os does have a good 30, maybe 20, high 20s point lead.
Yeah, it seems like Frange is still getting used to the sync here, which is hitting a little early, but now is pretty locked in, trying to take this back from Os here. This lead is going to be rough, but it's definitely not insurmountable. Coming to the chorus here. Yeah, I was saying, it's just those yellow notes. It's so easy to rush. And this rhythmic pattern stays pretty much the same for a while. Os is holding it down really, really well right now. White chaining basically that entire section. Wow, good job for Os. I believe that's a PB for them.
Both getting that 420 for a combo.
Yeah.
Certainly is green, putting the green in there.
Yeah, Frange matching Os's old money score PB, but Os PBing by about 10,000. Very, very impressive to be able to come out here and PB songs in tournament.
Yeah, sometimes you just can't match that,
Yeah. Yeah, and there's a big thing, you kind of have your set mentalities, right, for when you're in the arcade grinding without any pressure, for the most part. You can have nerves when it comes to, PFCs and stuff, but in a tournament, PFCs don't really matter. So it's just about performing, with that MA. So, you're basically two different players, right, from tournament to normal play. And I know a lot of players, they really perform well in tournament and will usually play better in tournament just because that mentality for them works really well. Maybe it's either because they don't really have the really strong, solo grind, mentality or if they just like prefer that, you know, pressure put on them. Coming into this 12 that I don't know how to read the name of. But I do recognize the song and I recognize this chart. It's pretty straightforward. Has some stuff that could ask you to cross over, but I'm pretty sure most players are going to be double stepping this to hold on to their MA. Also only ahead by about 3 EX here. Increasing that a little bit to 7. But
yeah,
Frange
is
holding
holding
the
that.
PFC.
Frange is holding the PFC. Us just has a little bit more MA going.
Yeah, and with us being local to FFC, knowing, I mean, they know this pad like the back of their hands, and a lot of players like know what their scores are, know how they play. It can be really intimidating for a player like Frange, where it's like us maybe doesn't know a ton about Frange, so they don't know what they're good at. So coming into a chart like this, where it's like pure MA pretty much, it can be really intimidating even for someone like us who has magnificent MA for their skill level. Like, unbelievable. I would be terrified to play them on lowers. It can still be intimidating because you don't really know like how to size up your opponent. But they're holding a pretty good lead here coming to the second half.
If this keeps up, I think both competitors are going to have something to come out of this song proud of.
Yeah, Frange was hitting a bit early in those breaks where it's like not a lot of notes in that period of time. But still holding that PFC. Coming to the very end here, it looks like Austin is going to take this, but we'll see how Frange, if they can hold his PFC or maybe even bring it back from the edge of defeat. Oh, drops it just at the very end. Only a couple more measures. There we go. Great scores from both these players, but Austin will take that 2-0, hugging it out. Lots of respect here.
Yeah, both of these players local, so they know each other very well. And, you know, that's something that I love with these tournaments is when you're able to go head-to-head. Sorry, we just got the picks for the next song.
I puked in my mouth a little.
Yeah, so this next set is going to be, so song we've seen before, Districts of the Shadows.
Yeah, we saw it earlier.
Next up,
fan favorite.
We've got fan favorite. We got Party Rock Anthem, song number 2.
Everyone loves Party Rock Anthem. Everyone knows it so well.
Every DDR player in America really knows this song like the back of their hand.
I feel like we should ban that song from the card draw.
I don't know. I think it's really important. No, you know, we need to get it banned purely so that way our VOD doesn't get DMCA'd.
Yeah, our VOD doesn't get struck.
It's going to get screwed over so bad. Well, good thing we're recording this locally.
Yeah, the Attract Loop Classic. Yeah, but hopping on the pads here, we got DJ on P1 on the left side, and then CeilingFam P2 on the right side. Both these players we've seen before. CeilingFam running through losers for a bit, but DJ taking a close loss, and winners get knocked down here. Another match where both these players know each other very, very well. Both of them come out to the Columbus local DDR cab all the time. They play with each other extensively, so they'll be very, very aware of what the other player's capable of.
Yeah, much like the last match being a very FFC local match, this one very much a Columbus local match.
Yeah. Yep, just looking for District of Shadows. Second time we're seeing this on stream. Another thing, I talked about it earlier, but another 12 where it kind of has some jacks that can kind of throw you off, and at 150 BPM, some of those step, like jump patterns can be really tough to lock in for MA specifically. For a PFC, isn't terrible. I mean, both these players have that yellow lamp there, but PFCs aren't what matter here. This is a tournament. We're going off of VX score. Getting the thumbs up to go ahead and hop right into it.
Yep. And here
Fist
we
bump
go.
Starts it. This has a pretty cold start here. Both players holding white to 20, or around 20.
Keeping it tied. Although DJ's coming up just a little bit.
Yeah, both of these players I'd say are very, very comfortable with 12s, like in that area. I know CeilingFam has been really improving a lot lately. And has been super focusing on their like lower MA and actually be able to MA those crossovers. Like you'll be able to see him go for a lot of those twists where most players would probably double step it, but actually be able to, you know, hold that yellow combo, that PFC.
This match still remaining very close, like Orca said. These are the very comfortable players with 12s.
Yeah, DJ just being ahead by about 12 or about 7 EX here. At this jump section, some of the few yellow nuts in this entire chart. Both players MAing that entire thing. If anything, CeilingFam pushing up a little bit to a 9 EX deficit. This is too close for comfort for both these players. DJ's gonna have to be really careful to not rush these sections where there's not a ton of notes.
Yeah, I think one of the things that he's definitely going to be worried about is, you know, rushing.
Yeah.
Maybe also getting a little bit too comfortable as well. That's with a, I'm sure that it's kind of hard to keep track of your distance, you know, mid-match, but.
Yeah, the really unique thing with DDR over other rhythm games, especially with stuff like these jacks, like you were saying, like with rushing, is like your body gets into that rhythm where you're used to like going right, left, whatever. And so when it throws you off, it can be really tough. But DJ holding a 20 EX leader to take it with the PFC,
Love seeing
adjusting
those
the fan for comfort. he's here for the win.
Well, see, he took that advice. He took that advice and didn't get too comfortable. Now that's done, he's, you know, getting comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, big thing with DDR tournaments is like the tournament jitters. After you take like 1 point, then it starts to, you know, you start to breathe a little bit, relax your shoulders, start to be like, okay, I can do this. And then you become a little more relaxed, and hopefully we'll see this here in Party Rock Anthem. Another one where both these players have the PFC.
Here we go, we got the VOD killer right here. DJ getting into it, just shuffling like he does every day, I assume.
Yeah, every day he does be shuffling. DJ having about a 9 perfect, or 9 P better PB on this than CeilingFam. But again, I mean, anything can happen. CeilingFam has been playing very, very hot today on these lowers. Another thing with like these like licensed songs is the sync is always terrible. The sync is always really bad. So we'll see. If
doesn't seem to be a problem for either of these guys here at the moment.
Yeah, CeilingFam actually taking the early lead here by a couple EX, by a penny or two.
Drop it or shake it. I don't know the lyrics to this one.
Yeah, both these players are so locked into this window. Not surprised to see very long white chains from either of these players. CeilingFam dropping a couple slow perfects there to let DJ take the lead. But you just gotta lock into this eighth note grid. Getting the money.
Keeping it close. 2 EX difference in the moment. I think it's up to 3, 4. Okay, maybe I should stop counting them.
No lead in our Zeppelin. Yeah, we definitely got the party rockers in the house tonight.
You know, it's Party Rock is in the house tonight.
I didn't know that. Fun fact. Actually, it is. It's Party Rock is.
DJ remaining strong here. Really strong showing.
Yeah, the big thing with DJ, like once he locks it to like where the sync is, they're gonna run away with that. Especially if you give them any lead. Handshake. DJ, another EX PB there for them, which will also be a money score PB when it's a PFC. Wow, great performance. CeilingFam putting up really good numbers against DJ, who's like a known like top ranker in like the Columbus area. So that's insane from them to be able to perform there against a player that he knows is very, very strong.
All right, we figured out the swap, and it's actually me. You know, we had to keep it in suspense, okay?
Yeah.
So
it was a coin flip, honestly.
So I will be hopefully back shortly. Maybe not shortly. Maybe in a couple hours. Who knows? I'm going to leave that in suspense.
I'll make sure to say really nice things about you while you're playing.
Absolutely, I appreciate
I'm
that.
like, wow, Sydia's so good and awesome and epic. And I love everything they do for the community, helping TO this tournament after some things went wrong. But I mean, what tournament is there going to be where things go perfectly? That's never going to happen, okay? Forget about it.
I can't stall this any further. I have to hand off the headset. I will see you all later.
Oh my good gracious, is that my best friend in the whole entire world, Oz, coming to commentate with me? It did. You can type it right there. All right, I'm getting the info dump. Hard brain. So we got 2 matches until we'll start to go into top 8, the final 8 there in winner's side. But for right now, we're gonna finish out these losers matches, which is just the one we have ready right now, which is gonna be Shibe versus Dreyvas, and then we'll have Sydia versus KidCrab after this.
And then that's gonna, yes, hello, hi, Oz here again.
Hello.
Yes, so that's gonna be the end of this round for the losers brackets.
How do you feel? How do you feel about everyone that came out, playing
I'm
DDR, performing?
Me personally, I am so sweaty right now, and I need to get my towel over here. But that's the point of playing
I'll
Dance
make sure
Dance
to not
Revolution.
give you a hug later.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's the point of DDR A20 Plus. It's getting real sweaty with your friends.
Getting sweaty with your worst enemies.
Friends or enemies, frenemies, etc.
Rivals.
Which,
But we're all friends here.
Which we got,
everyone came out,
which we got
common interest.
Which we got myself as a rival for Dreyvas, which I forgot about.
I saw you still had me as a rival. Yeah. It was a jump scare seeing my scores on the cap. I forgot I played this game.
Come back, bestie.
Yeah. Well, hopping right into it, we got new Gravity CSP.
All right.
Honestly, one of the more straightforward 14s for at least MA.
It is a very on-sync 14. This is from either DDR 2013 or 14. I'm not clear on which. Some people complain that this has some kind of ambiguous patterns.
It does.
Yeah.
This chart is very ambiguous.
Hey, as long as you're good at double stepping, which both of these players are, you're gonna do just fine.
Yeah, he's hitting these weird rhythmic patterns really well. Dreyvas taking about a 10EX to 20EX lead here. And I mean, Shibe earlier, for people that have been in chat, saw they played a no-bar set against Yono earlier. And so they're playing with bar now, like I was saying. They're pretty comfortable with both those play styles.
Yeah,
but for stuff like this where it's pretty continuous with these 16 notes and stuff, it is just beneficial to be able to play with bar.
Yeah, both of these players are primarily players in the mentor area at that round 1 where Mistake on the Lake is held, and Chief told me earlier that he had some trouble adjusting to the way these pads are compared to mentor, but honestly, he's doing great now.
Yeah, Shibe actually taking the lead here from Dreyvas.
He took it.
And a bunch of those more denser patterns. They just need to hold on to it to the end. Wow.
Yeah.
What a comeback
She
here
takes
from
it.
Shibe.
That was an incredible comeback.
Nice.
Getting one away from elite X score.
Yeah. Yeah, the pads were something I was talking about earlier, because like a lot of the FFC locals, like I know you are very familiar with these pads and kind of the history of quality, or like the you know, presupposition that players have about FFC left cabinet.
Right. Yeah.
And so a lot of the FFC locals are going to have, like, they know what side they prefer. They know all of that.
I have literally had a superstition for, like, over a year now that the right cab, which we're using as, like, a warm-up cab, like, just off screen, I have a superstition that, like, the sync on that cab is earlier than this cab.
Yeah.
Even though they're the same, so, like...
They're both white cabs.
They're both white cabs, and they're both K cabs.
Yeah.
When they have K cabs and they have J cabs that were made for DDR A, and J cabs, which I have not personally played on, are...
They also have A cabs.
Yeah, and J cabs have a much later sync than K cabs. However, K cabs are still like a little tiny late.
Yeah.
All right, we're going into heartbeat formula.
And that is something I have no clue about. What I do have a clue about is actually the song, because we saw it earlier on the stream. The song is, honestly, like the idea behind it with like the chart is actually kind of similar to the one we saw right before, where it has the rhythmic pattern where it's, you know, the syncopation.
Yeah.
It's just different colorings, and this is 230 BPM. So.
Yeah, this is one of those weird charts where it would make a lot of sense if it was half the tempo it was, where it was like, I don't know, say like 110 or whatever the BPM.
Yeah.
But yeah. But they changed the no coloring by doubling the BPM of it.
Yeah, and honestly, like in my opinion, that does make it harder to read, at least for me.
Yeah, many players can get tripped up by this, which, yeah, we have good from both Shibe and Dreyvas. However, it's pretty close. We got about I would say a 15 difference right now with Shibe in the lead.
Yeah, Shibe taking the lead a little bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like with a lot of these patterns, like I was saying earlier, with it being 230 BPM instead of half, with it being like a little harder to read, or I guess like a preference for some players, a lot of times you can kind of like misread a lot of the stuff that's in this chart, because there's a lot of free stuff where it's like you can't tell if it's wanting you to cross it and then stay crossed.
Exactly.
But it has a lot of stuff where it does want you to stay crossed. And so it can be really easy to, like, you know, cross over and you want to return back to like the neutral position.
Right.
And then you don't, and if you don't, then you kind of get
punished
for it.
However, we got Shibe
taking it by 35 EX there, hugging it out.
Hugging it out.
Great performance from both these players.
That was an incredibly good run. Yeah, 37 perfects, 3 greats, 1 good. Good stuff. Good DDR. All right, but we have Sydia, we have KidCrab, and we have 2 songs. We have one song that I just straight up do not recognize.
The first one that we're gonna see, we actually saw earlier.
Was that the one that had it was slow and
it's the slow down in the beginning and then it stays at 203. Yeah, so we saw that. It's a lot of songs that we're seing like multiple
repeated
times.
Yeah, so this was with Lil Blake and Dreyvas.
Yeah, this one is really straightforward for MA. It just has the weird beginning.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of the blue jumps.
Right. Yeah, it's fast, so you gotta keep up with that. But
yeah,
as long as you can, you're in for you're gonna have a fine time. So.
Yeah, it just has that really weird slow part in the beginning and then it speeds up.
Yeah. And then after this song, we have an Expert 12. It's Wings of an Angel, parentheses, Fly With Me, and parentheses by Jamie and Vinny D. If I remember correctly, that's a bit of a spicy 12.
All right, hopping right into it. A repeat. I really like the song. I recognize it from other games. I recognize it mainly from Ghidorah, but I know in DDR it got added recently.
Yeah, because it said it's a Band Meshy song, which is that like a spinoff from Hinabitter? I don't know how to say it. Hinabitter?
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever you're saying, you're correct.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll get yelled at in the chat later, so I actually can't see the chat right now.
Yeah, but I mean, right now, Sydia pulling up a little bit in MA, just playing that intro a little bit better. I wonder if these players have been watching the tournament and watched Dreyvas and Little Blake play it.
Yeah, they've been watching. They've been very attentive to all the action going on, so they got some, even if they didn't play, they got some familiarity with this chart. for this little encore performance.
Yeah, and I mean, KidCrab option is at 3.25, which is going to be over 650 scroll. But Sydia going for 2.75, which will be below that 600.
Yeah, KidCrab, I
really
think, has become a very fast reader as of late in his little adventures.
Yeah, his lamp journeys.
His lamp journeys, oh my god.
He's been igniting a lot of lamps lately.
Yeah. All the other remaining lamps, they're in danger.
Yep. I mean, it's proven to be pretty beneficial for him right now, pulling ahead of Sydia now with the fairly straightforward sections.
But hey, we have Sydia getting like a 46, keeps going up.
Oh yeah, huge up. Holding that great combo. Just, I mean, it's literally just that MA, like I was saying, like,
yeah, it's
the
an
PFC
MA battle.
or GFC really doesn't matter in tournaments, it's all about that MA.
Yeah, which KidCrab got it.
Yeah.
13-0.
So KidCrab is going to take that 1-0. It's going to feel really confident right now after getting knocked to losers by RC1 in a really, really close match.
Yeah, Child Crab got it. 13-08 against Sydia's
Child Crustacean.
Against Sydia's 1257. And yes, we're going into Jamie and AD fly Wings of an Angel.
Wings of an Angel.
Definitely kind of a mid-range 12, if I remember correctly. Like, it's got some stuff that you wouldn't expect in a 12.
Yeah, and I was saying like earlier, like with DDR like levels, it's hard to like know what the charters are thinking when they like determine something is a certain level. A lot of times in other games you'll be like, okay, if it has this kind of patterning or is this BPM, it will be this level. But in DDR a lot of times it's not really like that.
No, not at all.
So you'll find like 13s that are just straight up harder than 12s.
Yeah.
But really the difference kind of just is in like really minute things. Like the 13 might just have more notes.
Yeah,
and that's
basically
what they use to determine.
And I think this has like, if I remember correctly, this has like some bursts, like just stuff that you wouldn't expect from 12s, but kind of introduces those concepts to you.
Yeah.
Cool. We got an early grade from Sydia. However, KidCrab's already getting that gold combo going, locking into that window.
Yeah, both players getting pretty locked in and keeping that NA really similar, just one EX apart here. Yeah, and it really, a lot of times it comes down to those decision making, like I was saying, where like a chart, where a pattern will ask you to do something like a crossover or whatever. Yeah. And in a 12, a lot of times in a tournament, you're gonna have that mindset of like, I'm gonna be able to double step this, so I'm dedicated to it.
Right.
But a lot of times it throws patterns at you where you can't do that.
Right.
Where like it'll have you cross over, and then you have to start the next pattern crossover, or else you'll be like off.
Yeah,
it'll have you like
this,
spin.
This I remember.
Yeah.
This I remember.
Oh yeah, these bursts, these triples.
Yeah, very unexpected from an expert 12.
KidCrab timing this very, very well.
They are keeping it up. KidCrab still has the gold combo, and we got Sydia rapidly catching up as fast as they can.
Yeah, Sydia doing a really good job handling that difficulty spike there.
Yeah. Alright, I think we're closing it out.
Yeah, coming in here, KidCrab pulling ahead by about 50. Seems like this is going to end.
Yep.
Round 2 of losers. KidCrab takes it 2 over Sydia.
Yep. Extremely good showing from both players.
Great performance. It's been very close. Cool, KidCrab taking a
23 perfects. That's good stuff. And that was an extremely even, like, fast-slow ratio, too.
Yeah. Yeah, KidCrab's going to want to take that momentum and keep pushing through the lowest bracket. For now, though, I believe
we're taking a short little break.
Take a short little break, then we'll come back with that top 8. Shout out to everyone in chat. Shout out to, we're nearing 100 viewers here for Left Down Up Wright at FFC Round 1, Fairfield Commons Boulevard here in Dayton, Ohio.
Y'all could have been anywhere else. You could have been tuning into that the other tournament going on in Vegas. Yeah,
a lot of people playing DDR today.
Yeah. The grass is getting greener.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people, you know, like multi-streaming. Like this guy,
sure.
like
switching tabs from left and right.
Yeah. They got us
What's
in
going
one
on?
ear. They got us in one ear, then last card in another.
And whoever is commentating last card, I am not sure.
Yeah, shoutouts though. Thank you guys for
Shoutouts
being here. It
out.
makes everything we do a lot better. Huge shoutouts to everyone TOing here. Got all the people behind the scenes that you don't see on the cameras
That are kicking
that
ass.
are kicking ass to make this happen. Very first DDR tournament held here at FFC Round 1.
Yes.
We got a lot of eyes on us here at Round 1 management.
Yeah.
Right, we got eyes in the sky, Big Brother watching us, making sure that we don't do anything wrong.
We're not. We're being
stealing
on our
the hard
best.
drives.
We're being on our best behavior.
Yeah, we're very well behaved here. We would never say any naughty words like flip, like Toho.
I'm gonna say a forbidden word.
I'm
right
gonna
now.
say Toho.
Denpa.
Camellia featuring Nanahira. All right, well, thank you guys for tuning in. Come back later for top 8. It only gets better from here. I will be very sad. I'm going to cry if you guys don't come back for top 8. Okay? Promise. Pinky promise. All right, see you guys. Peace.